Hi, everybody. I had a huge epiphany today that I've been looking forward to sharing with everybody. Uh, and that is why is it, in my narc at least, why is she always accusing me of being bipolar and always saying that I'm hot and then cold and that I'm just always so bipolar, just bipolar, bipolar. It comes around with every time I disagree with her or just tell her no, she's like, "You're so bipolar." Like it's her favorite insult, and I never could understand. And of course, until I'm blue in the face, I was like, because I say no, that makes me bipolar. You can't call me bipolar just because I disagree. Like, I don't agree. That's not being bipolar. That's being an independent thinker. And I read an article today. I'm going to do a video series on why narcissistic abusers abuse. But I'm going to keep this one separate because this is just one topic of why do they always accuse you of being the inconsistent one? They accuse you of being inconsistent. They accuse you of being bipolar, especially bipolar. And that has to do with the fact one of the traits of narcissistic personality disorder is that they have no what's called object constancy and no whole object relations. So there's two major theories, and I have to dig in. I have to learn more. I'm afraid I don't know that much about them, but I know the high level, and I know enough where a light went off in my head. So whole object relations, that's where you can meet somebody and you realize everybody's got the good and bad about them, and that you understand when you meet somebody, they're not some, pure magical creature, some unicorn made of nothing but, candy and goodies and sprinkles and kittens and glitter, right? Everybody's got their good, everybody's got their bad, and you can sort of just evaluate people on the whole. Different levels of gray, right? So that's whole object relations, the ability to see a whole person as a composition of traits, characteristics, etc., that may or may not be compatible with you. Narcissists don't have that. They can't see somebody in more as a composite, as more than one trait. So that you're either all good or you're all evil, which means whenever they meet people, they're either all for that person or they're against them, right? The second part of that is object constancy, which is, object constancy is when you love somebody, a normal person, right? You can love somebody in spite of the small incompatibilities, the disagreements, etc. Object constancy means you can disagree with somebody and still love them, right? You can be mad at somebody and still love them. You can love somebody and still be mad at them. Vice versa. They can be mad at you and you just understand this person's having, some madness going on. They're upset and they're going to get through it, and then everything will go back to being fine. With object constancy, a narcissist does not have that. So when a narcissist deals with somebody, they're dealing with somebody that they're either all supportive for, that they like anything and everything about this person. But the second that you do something like disagree or say no, you're now a not good person. You are now a bad person because you're in disagreement with them. And because they have no object constancy, because they don't have that capability of seeing people as a composite of traits, they only see a person for whatever the given context is. So you could go immediately from being a good person to immediately being a bad person with nothing else. History doesn't matter. All your other traits don't matter. What just matters right now is the fact that you're disagreeing, you're a threat. And as a result, that's why a narcissist is so quick to call you being bipolar and to be so inconsistent and to be so polarized back and forth and swinging to such opposite extremes, because they're able to perceive themselves as a composite. I think I got to research that. Don't hold me to it. But you, the other person, You change entirely, completely and entirely, based on your stated position, based on the given context, So if you tell them no, then you're all bad suddenly, and you're all disagreeable, and you're all, and they internalize it as a personal attack because they see you as completely changing who you are. And when somebody completely changes who they are to your face, you immediately perceive that as a threat. And so I hear to no end, you're so bipolar, God, everybody's just sick and tired of your bipolar attitude. You're hot, then you're cold, you're immediately for it, you're immediately against it. And I'm like, literally, I just said, I'm working tonight and I can't do that. I'm not bipolar. I got shit to do, right? So I hope this clears some stuff up for you. I hope maybe you're having that same epiphany as well. If you're not a narcissist or not bipolar or anything like that, the two keywords once again is whole object relations and object constancy. I did enough Googling to see that those are actually like official terms, but I haven't dug into them too awful deep just yet. I'm still researching and learning why narcissists abuse, to speak English correctly. So I'm going to do that series in the upcoming weeks, but like, comment, or share. I want to hear from you. What does your narcissist accuse you of? Do they accuse you of being bipolar like mine does? Do they accuse you of being inconsistent or having mood swings or calling you moody? Or do they have any sort of accusation of you swinging from one far extreme to the other far extreme just because you said no, or just because you disagreed or said not right now, or something that would otherwise be trivial? Do they perceive you as just swinging, just boom, 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 boom? Do they have that perception of you? Because mine sure does have that of me. And I've never understood that, and I've always just thought that it's just her projecting or just trying to swing to the opposite extreme for the sake of argument. But with that in mind, that makes a lot more sense to me, and I can understand a little bit more about how my narc operates mentally, and that can better prepare me for dealing with her bullshit. Like, comment, or share, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you very much for watching.